Rivals is the biggest FPS shooter ever on Roblox, but it has a lot of issues. So I am going to be becoming a detective and finding these issues. And I'll also be giving ways that they can fix these issues. So let's get to our first flaw, our most common one that we've all heard of. Ranked. Now, there's not really anything specific in ranked, mainly the cheaters. Now, specifically, ranked cheaters. We all know them by now. They're literally everywhere. The cheater issue in ranked genuinely needs to be studied. Like, I'm not gonna call any names out because I don't know for sure, but if we went through this ranked list, I guarantee at least a third of them hack. Not all of them, but there's a fair bit here who probably do. And the thing is, it was like this in ranked season 0 as well, but even when season 1 came around, it was the exact same. And it's not like something directly Rivals can fix. This is one of the ones I can't really give a good fix for. It's more of a Roblox thing to my understanding because they can like abuse the client. I don't know too much about it. Basically, hackers can abuse the client that Roblox runs, not Rivals in particular. So it's kind of out of the developer's reach. Which is kind of the unfortunate part about making games on Roblox is sometimes it generally just comes down to Roblox's poor anti-cheat. This is literally 1 out of 8 things we're going to talk about today because there's stuff here, issues with this game that you probably know about but don't think about too much, but actually make a big impact to the game. I'm not trying to make this video to just talk bad about Rivals. That's not my intention, but yeah, these need to be spoke about. So yeah, ranked cheaters, we already know about them. Let's move on to the other stuff. Now, most of these do actually come from my viewers. I asked everyone for suggestions for this video, so some of these are genuinely what the community thinks. Our second one is unbalanced matchmaking. If you don't know what I mean by unbalanced matchmaking, if we click play right here and I went into normal 1v1, the amount of times in these matchmakings that you will go into, like say if your level's 200, there's a high chance you'll bump into a level 30. Or if you're level 30, there's a chance you'll run into level 200s. Now, I don't exactly know why this is, and this is one of the few things I will say the developers can fix. Basically, we need skill-based matchmaking. I don't think skill-based matchmaking exists, or if it does exist, it's not proper. Most of the times when I run into low levels, they end up being hackers. The system probably thinks that these players that are low levels are good, so they put me in with them, and then, you know, they're just hacking. But you get the occasional time where a level 30, who maybe he's not even that good at the game, gets paired up with a level 200, and that's when it becomes an issue. I mean, I don't know if I want to run to a match right now and check, because I'll probably get stuck in a match. Okay, we'll do one, and if I get stuck in a match with a big level player, I'll just leave. I have a 2-win streak, I don't care that much. Okay, this looks like a low level. This does not look like somebody who would be level 100 or over. Maybe I'm wrong though. Level 91, okay, you can kind of see my point there. Level 91 is easy to get to. 200 isn't. Let's check how good they play. Okay, yeah, okay, at least they're decent in the game. Either that or they have auto shoot on. Hello? They're either gonna leave or they're gonna move and not see me. Unless they're in third person, then they'll see me. Oh, yep, there we go. See, that's what I just went against. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a pro or anything, but I'm going to say I'm a pro. And I just went against a level 90 who ain't a pro. We go into another match. Okay, this guy looks like a level 300. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a bit wrong. Obviously, the matchmaking isn't, you know, completely wrong. Level 115. See, that's not bad at all. And he's picking crossroads. I take it all back. Never mind, this guy sucks at the game. Okay, really? Katana and flamethrower. This is a prime example of, you know, I would say similar skill. I would say this is a good matchmake here. But the amount of times I've matched into a level 30 is too often. Frick. You know, we can talk, bro. We can talk. Oh my god, bro. Oh my, I can't even use flamethrower right now. I'm being rage baited so heavy. Next one we had was hitboxes. Now, if you already know what hitboxes is. I don't need to explain what hitboxes are. If you play a shooter game, you know what hitboxes are. Hitboxes, like for example in this game, are knife. I can hit a backstab here. I'm not in front of them. That's not in front. Neither's that. Neither's that. Right here, like I'm not in front of them. If we go back and go into free cam, go back over here, we'll find that bit again. Oh, here, right? Now if I go into free cam, now it's not working. That's awkward. It's not working when I'm in free cam, but you know my point. You can see here, I'm not near it. Look, there's a good distance here. A whole character can go in the middle here and there would still be space. Yeah, I can backstab. That doesn't make any sense at all. And it's not like all of it. Like I can backstab, but I can't hit. Therefore, it's the backstab in particular that is really off. Like this shouldn't hit. This is not the back. I'm standing on them. How? Another example, bro, it's nowhere near it. I don't understand how this is allowed. There's lots of like talk about hitboxes just not being it. Like this shouldn't be allowed. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. This is basically all you need to know is that Rivals hitboxes suck and the developers have still not fixed it. I think of another example here. I don't really know any other examples apart from the knife. If you know more examples, comment them down below. There probably is more than one example here, but knife is definitely the main one. Next we have a very common one that everyone talks about, particularly me, is aim assist. and auto shoot and all that type of stuff for console and mobile people. Now this is a very controversial one, probably the most controversial out of them all. In my personal opinion, my opinion's changed on it throughout the months. Back at the start of 2025, I hated it. I hated mobile aim assist. It was awful. I thought it was the worst thing they could have done. Nowadays, I don't really see a problem with it. It bugs you now and again, but it's not that bad. I will say auto shoot. I think auto shoot should be a thing, but aim assist shouldn't. Aim assist and auto shoot together, that's painful. I mean, got back in April, bro, I had an entire thing where like I hated aim assist. Started a war against mobile players as a joke. I wanted to get far, but it never did, and I probably would never do it again. But I don't know. I don't really care about aim assist anymore. Like, I feel like there's bigger things going on in Rivals right now. Next is one I added on my own. This wasn't a viewer suggestion, which I think it was, but I really want to talk about it. Is the arcade server. I hate the arcade server. You can leave right here. You click play. We now have an entire section for game modes called arcade server, which was the worst idea they could have done. Basically, before the arcade server, for any new players, you used to have 3 separate modes, well, 2 separate modes before gun game came out. You'd have free for all and team deathmatch, 2 separate modes. They should have kept it like this. They added gun game, and then they made it so you have to play all 3, and they rotate, and you can't like choose which one you want. You just have to deal with the rotation. Like right here, I joined in here, and we have gun game. I hate gun game. Remember, gun game is fun in a way. I'm lagging in gun game, bro. I always lag in free for all too. Free for all always makes me lag. If I don't turn on flags, I lag. I put flags on and I'm still lagging. It's just this. Is there any lags in this part of the video? I apologize, but I can't do much about it. I feel like the arcade server's optimization sucks. You see, next is going to be team deathmatch or free for all. There was a lot of win streaks in here. Oh my god. The point I'm making is I don't like this. I don't like this. It should be a case where, like, in the arcade server, you have 3 choices. There's no arcade server. The arcade server's gone. You have 3 choices: team deathmatch, free for all, or gun game. Even when you get into it, you can choose which servers you go into: UK servers, US servers, Australian servers, any of them. Because if I have an Australian friend, which I do, he goes in free for all, which he does almost every damn day, and then I go on, I get stuck joining him because his joins are on. No matter how many times I try to rejoin, I get put in his lobby. When I'm trying to grind gold scythe for a pro series, I can't do that on 600 ping. It's painful. It's actually painful, especially when you get put in gun game constantly as well, or team deathmatch. It's just like I would rather be in my servers, UK servers, in free for all, and repeat that. It would be so much better. In fact, let's not talk about it very much, but like the arcade server is genuinely, I hate it. Which kind of brings me to a point I just made there, which is choosing server region. Because even in different scenarios, I might load into Rivals and I may be put on 600 ping. It should be a little icon or like a little place, even in settings, a little button up here which lets you choose which servers you join. I am like pretty sure this is a feature. I've played games in the past and they've allowed it. So I'm pretty certain it's a feature that they can add, but they won't. The last thing you want to be doing in a shooter game is playing on high ping, especially Australian servers when you're in the UK. I have 2 more things I want to talk about here. The server region and the arcade server was kind of the same thing in a way. Next, I want to talk about the weapon balance. If you play most games in Rivals, and I'm just going to talk about this here, and I'm not trying to be picky, but I'm going to be picky. It's very rare you run into people who use weapons like when's the last time you saw someone use gunblade? Not often. Right now, when do you see people using bow? Like never. Bow's like gone now. I never see it. Same with battle axe. I don't see battle axe very often. There's a couple weapons that like never get played with, and then there's weapons that literally everyone uses. Like if you go into a Rivals 1v1, they probably use AR and they probably use scythe or flamethrower because they're just like that. And I think it's kind of normal with games. Like there's going to be some weapons that are just worse than others, but maybe there's a case where some weapons are too buffed and some weapons are too nerfed, or weapons will start off being too buffed and then they'll get super nerfed and then they don't get used anymore. Think distortion. Think all the new weapons that came out in the latest update, they're like never used, and half of that's because you can't obtain them unless you pay, but at the same time you rarely ever see them still. You see pay to win weapons all the time, like flamethrower and all that. It's the same thing with distortion. You never see it because it's just a bad weapon. And the final one I want to talk about, yeah, it's pay to win. We all knew this would be in this video. We all knew pay to win would be in this video. Pay to win is probably the biggest topic they get talked about in like every game, but Rivals in particular, they talk about it all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much all from this video. Join my Discord server, let I hit 500 members, and I'll do, oh my god, whoops. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Subscribe, join my Discord server, let it hit 500 members, and I promise I'll do a very fun giveaway. I won't. I'll scam you all. But yeah, subscribe, please. I want 100,000 now, please.